Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from Hollow Thrills back with another video, and today we are going to be taking a dive back into horrifying history icons as we are going to wrap up the last of the original icons today. We are going to be covering the Storyteller. Now before we get into the backstory of the Storyteller, please make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, and also make sure that you're following both my Instagram and my Twitter. The links are down below in the description. Now without further delay, let's get into the backstory about the Storyteller. Elsa Strict, better known as the Storyteller, was the event icon of Halloween Horror Nights Tales of Terror in 2005 for the 15th variation of the event. And she would also return the very next year for the Sweet 16 along with Jack, the caretaker, and the director. In that year, her story would be fleshed out even more than it was during her solo year as an icon. As little girl, Elizabeth Elsa Strict was visited by a winged creature who wanted to skin her alive. In retaliation, she ate the monster and in doing so inherited its darkness. She then proceeded to rip all of the stuffing out of one of her dolls and murdered her mother with a hammer. At HHN 2015, the Storyteller told the story of the Terra Cruentis, a landscape ruled by the Terra Queen, who recently reappeared at HHN 30, but we'll go more into her backstory at a later episode. The land was overruled by the evil Terra Queen, who would oversee the execution of her victims to refill blood vats. This blood was used to create a ceremonial dagger called the Terra Throne Blade, and it was used on the nightly sacrificial ceremonies. On the last night, the Queen herself was sacrificed. Following the events of 2005, the Lord of Darkness and his servants unearthed the ashes of HorrorNights and revived Elsa and her three servants, along with other supreme evils, to celebrate the Sweet 16. She also refurbished the Dungeon of Terror, a defunct, scary roadside attraction, and she and her extended family of rednecks inhabited the attraction while waiting for their next victims. It would be a handful of years until Elsa would then return to the event at the 20th anniversary, being part of the Fear storyline with Fear's lantern and being one of Fear's minions. She would also be brought back for the 25th anniversary of the event by Jack for the Icon Scare Zone. And her most recent appearance was at HHN 30 as she had her own section of the Icon's Captured House, where we finally got to meet her true demonic form. Now I will dive a little bit more into her solo event year at HHN 15 in 2005. Now, like I did say, this event featured the story of the Terra Cruentis, which was one of the many storybooks that the Storyteller has. And the story was supported by each and every scare zone and house at that year's event. And this was one of the first times that the event actually followed a rough story and had everything connecting to each other. And all the houses and scare zones were further explained throughout the website, which was, once again, heavily themed to the story of the Terra Cruentis and the Storyteller. This year also introduced a lot of iconic characters that we have come to love over the past couple years that have been brought back multiple times. One in particular being the Body Collectors, as they had a massive part in constructing the Terror Throne for the Terror Queen. And like I did say, that website did have an overarching theme of the entire event and did help explain the story a little bit better, as well as, like I said, this event was almost a first of its kind, having an overarching story connecting everything in the event. Overall, we don't know much else about the Storyteller, but following the events of Halloween Horror Nights 30, I expect it to not be too long until the Storyteller returns to spin us another twisted tale. But that is going to wrap up this very short episode of Horrifying History Icons. If you did enjoy, please make sure you drop a like down below and also comment which icon you would like me to cover next, or if you would like me to cover events in general, let me know which year you would like me to start on. I would love to hear your opinions. But as always, I'm Michael, this has been Hollow Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.